Go. All right. Welcome back to the Space Line Podcast. Name is Gaurav Kochar and Vignesh Khadrabad. I will totally not act like this is not the first time I'm doing this. And let's get started. We haven't spoken about the Hungarian GP yet. We haven't spoken about the Belgian GP as well. And there are so many things happening in India. So many good things happening with like Formula racing in India, which we are going to get into in this podcast. Latest news is that a British F4 driver has just announced that he's going to be driving in the Indian F4 Championship, which is great news. There is also a new track that's just come in, which is also amazing news. A street race which is going to happen in Chennai, which all of us are looking forward to. It's probably one of the most. It will be probably one of the most looking like
sought after and
yeah
like we wait
events
because it's a night race
literally.
Night race in India.
That was actually surprising. I did not expect them to have a night race in Chennai of all places, to be honest.
Yeah, and especially the first time. I don't know. It seems very what's the word? It seems very opportunistic. I mean, it's going to be a great move because it's on the streets of Chennai, and if the images are right, it's going to take part in like a very busy street in Chennai as well, which is going to be great in like the center of the city.
It's right by the Marina Beach. You can see the Marina Beach road,
That's
exactly.
I haven't seen the layout yet, but have you guys seen the layout?
Yes.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a lot of streets.
Chicane, hairpin. Chicane, hairpin. Chicane,
so
hairpin.
it's Baku, but in India, Baku.
Think of the Pergusa track that I raced on.
Yeah,
except it not being an oval, it's like a rectangle.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I got it.
So racing is like really, like 3.5.
That's not big.
It's a street circuit, man. What do you expect?
No, but like it should have been longer, no? 3.5 kilometers.
The Hyderabad track is 3.2.
Yeah, but if they're making a new track, they should just make one.
And I think. Yeah, but I think
usually Gaurav with his bad network comes back. But yeah, I haven't actually seen the layout and Gaurav the conversation. He'll be back soon, hopefully. All right. And Gaurav's back. Anyway, so I was just saying, I think this Indian F4 racing in a street circuit is actually a good idea, but I think if they should go abroad as well, like, I really think they should go abroad to like at least Bahrain or somewhere to circuits that are, more open and like they promote it. They could do it, which could help it promote like the series more as well. I know it doesn't make sense because it's an Indian F4 championship, but like if you go international, it gets more promotion, it gets more promotional value.
But that's also let's look at this thing, all right? They're coming back to both after a long time, which is, I think,
that's true.
Putting your point forward, like a proper good fast circuit, open wide.
Yeah,
should be exciting, and it's going to run alongside as the feeder series for. I forgot. No, the IRL championship is going to run alongside.
Yeah, it's going to run alongside IRL. I don't. They're gonna run the F4s again,
I don't think so. I think only the proper
like they did in
F4,
Hyderabad. I don't because it was just a.
They could run the street circuit, the JKs, huh? They could do that. Chance hai.
In Chennai.
Raat ko. Imagine JK going to the wire in Chennai.
Imagine Polo Cup going to.
No, that's not happening.
That might happen,
No doubt, heavy doubt. Okay, I think we just like went way off track. Starting with Hungary. It's been a while.
Hungarian Grand Prix. So first of all, biggest surprise was Daniel Ricciardo coming back. Second biggest surprise was Lewis Hamilton getting pole, which was also Max messed up the lap, but also Lewis's lap was just
come on.
The top-notch lap. It was the most Lewis Hamilton lap ever.
But
It
then,
was perfect.
did you see the rear tires almost went off like last do corner,
Yeah,
and that was like on their limit.
it was that's what I was saying. It was the most Lewis Hamilton lap ever. It was on the edge. It was so perfect and on the edge. It was amazing. And
I think I remember this from the qualifying day. जैसे ही हुआ था, Gaurav instantly called me up and he's like, "Bro, Lewis Paul, I'm so hyped."
I was so happy, bro.
Yeah.
See, so Lewis Hamilton. We talk about Lewis Hamilton, and my internet comes back. It's signs from the gods. Yeah, bro.
Nice.
I'm so happy when Hamilton got that pole. Oh,
no, I was happy. I was happy as well because Lewis getting pole in Hungary of all places, because Hungary has been a good hunting ground for him since he came
Always.
into.
Always, yeah.
Even
Plus, even with a crap car, he's been able to get up to places with that.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
he did botch the start and like lose the podium,
big time.
but
Big
ठीक है.
time. That
ठीक है.
start was. I think
Yeah,
he
that-
just
that
had a
was
lot of
horrible.
he had no grip when he
Wheel
left the
spin.
line. Yeah, so
Just
much.
wheel spin. Oh, essentially
And
just
like,
botched the start.
but at least there was no bowling this time in the start. Like last time,
There
because
was.
starts was garbage.
Yeah, no,
Like
there
not
was. Oh,
not as
as
bad
much.
as it was.
Huh.
I mean, only the Alpines couldn't finish the race, but like, who cares about the Alpines?
I mean,
I doubt.
to be honest, though,
I doubt.
Ricardo
Okay,
comeback was good.
we have 50 people who watch this podcast. I doubt even 10 of them are Alpine fans.
Bro, Alpine
Bro.
doesn't have fans.
I don't understand who likes Alpine. Like, who is an Alpine?
Will have fans now, bro. After Ryan Reynolds taking over and all, I think.
Yeah, but like,
Wait, this won't happen now. This will come next year when DTS निकलेगा. तभी आ जाएंगे सब. Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds का एक must team है F1 में. Will support that. It's essentially
Yeah,
like
exactly.
how a lot of people come into Formula One and they're all like, look so good, इसका fan. Ferrari looks so good, इसका fan. Like, bullshit. Watch the racing first.
Yeah, but yeah, in the start, dude, Joe hit Daniel hit Esteban, I think, and then Esteban Pierre. So it's just sad to be an Alpine fan. If you are an Alpine side, if you're an Alpine fan, I feel bad for you. It's not worth it.
Oh, also from that incident, I remember
So much going on
Ocon
with
broke his
Alpine.
seat. Ocon broke his seat in half.
Yeah,
With
like
that
with
impact.
with the impact, yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't. That was strange as well, because if Hamilton didn't break his seat in Belgium last year, I don't understand how.
Oh yeah, right. Same kind of impact.
With the same type of plane crash.
Mercedes is built different. I'll tell you what though, the Astons are built different this year.
Bro, Aston's are the strongest, bro. I don't know what is the car. Bro, the car doesn't.
They're so strong. Like they get a whack and they're going.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Also, there's so much happening with Alpine, like Otmar leaving, like it's been crazy.
Have
like,
you heard the
we'll talk
rumors
about
of
that. We'll talk about that when
back
we talk
as
about
team
Belgium. Yeah,
principal?
we are still in Hungary right now. Please.
Hungary
Oh,
में
he
मस्त
left.
race हुआ. Lando broke the trophy of Max. End of story. कुछ खास नहीं था रेस में.
Hey, wait. Checo messed up qualifying as usual.
Well, that's again like that's a said, and
That's
like
sad.
said.
We're used to it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Bro, he
But
botched
like,
the qualifying even in Belgium. Okay, Verstappen got pole vote like by 8 tenths. To who?
Yeah,
Leclerc.
exactly.
Not even this guy. This guy was even slower than 8 tenths.
But Lando, Piastri, I feel bad for Piastri for because that pit stop and like he.
They screwed his strategy essentially. वो ये undercut
Yeah,
overcut
with
कुछ
the
तो हुआ था and Lando got
actually,
out ahead.
I don't understand how Lando got first preference in the pit stops as well,
Because जो भी आगे गाड़ी रहता, they get the first preference.
exactly
That is
first,
by
like
rule.
the cars ahead that should get first stop always.
Yeah, and then obviously you know that the undercut is powerful in Hungary because of कितना tire drag होता है.
Unless Lando called the pit stop instead of the team having called it. If
I
Lando
don't think that's the situation. नहीं तो रेडियो पे बोलते थे वो लोग, for sure.
I have no idea. But
bro, also the banter between Verstappen and his
GP.
race engineer, bro. That was insane, bro. That was
GP is
bad.
tired of him. GP is like, man, just listen to me.
Especially either qualifying two in
Oh yeah, in Belgium.
forgetting Belgium. He was like, हाँ अगर तू जाता और 2 सेकंड फास्टर होता तब तेरे पास एनर्जी नहीं होता तब क्या करता बताना. And
तब क्या
मैं
करता?
हाँ और फिर Q3 का एक काम कर तू ही कर मैं कुछ नहीं करता मैं हाथ खड़े करके
मैं
रखता हूँ
जाता
तू
है
कर.
Uh,
मैं निकल
exactly.
रहा.
You do it.
But I feel like at this point, even after the 5 place grid penalty, it's just, bro, in 5 laps he overtakes
No, but
everyone.
that's the thing. That's the thing. He had more pace than Checo. And like, did you see Zach Brown? Oh my God, Zach has no filter. He said if we had two Perez's in the car
Oh
instead of
yeah,
one
saw
Max,
that.
there would be
The
a
championship would be wide open. Yeah.
fight going on right now.
Bro,
And I'm
but
like,
okay,
Zach, chill.
okay. As much as I like Zach, do you see the controversy with Palou in IndyCar with the
Yeah,
Chip
I
Ganassi?
actually did not hear about. I don't understand what was going on. I
think so. Okay, so the situation was that Alex Palou is a McLaren junior driver, correct? So 2024 ka season, he's supposed to drive for Arrow McLaren as per the terms and conditions put by Zach Brown. But if
okay.
he's in such a dominating team such as Chip Ganassi are in IndyCar, he
Hmm.
decided, screw McLaren, मैं नहीं आ रहा. मेरे को जीतना है. I mean, to be fair, he's already won the title this year. ठीक है? Next year भी, if he sticks with Chip Ganassi and then they're the way they are, they're going to win
Yeah.
eventually. So that is the thing.
Yeah.
And now Zach Brown has put a lawsuit on McLaren have put a lawsuit on Alex Palou for not abiding by
Really?
the contract. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I actually did not like. I'm a little lost with IndyCar right now. I just haven't been able to keep up. But like, damn.
IndyCar is going great, man. Graham Rahal actually, after not qualifying for the 500, took pole
Yeah.
at
Oh
the
yeah.
same place in the
Yeah.
that was
In
fantastic.
the GP, yeah.
Yeah, the GP circuit, which is good.
And
And man, the racing's fantastic. Dixon winning from 16th on the grid.
IndyCar,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. IndyCar, with you have so much strategy with like fuel and like tires and
yeah.
everything. It's amazing. And you know, I don't
It's very
remember
raw.
who
It's like very raw, the form of racing.
Ray Hall said he would still have push to pass instead of DRS, and everybody went, yeah. People who don't know enough about DRS keep saying this.
Mm.
I don't actually think about
But
it.
also,
But
I
DRS
feel
is
like
necessary.
IndyCar is the closest to go-karting because go-karting is just like,
It's a
yeah,
spec
I feel like,
series, man.
yeah, I mean, but the closest you come because go-karting, bro, I'm stuck again. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go-karting is the purest form of racing, at least for me. It's like you and like especially like Rotax is like the purest form of racing. There's no difference in like what is Vignesh doing, bro?
I was actually gonna say the same thing. For our viewers on Spotify, Vignesh just put his lip up at the Grinch and
Vignesh is all
into the
this
camera. I have no idea what he's doing, man. Are you trying to get attention on yourself?
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking at myself. You keep going.
What is wrong with you?
Keep going.
But so the purest form of racing is X30 and IndyCar. The cars are so close that reminds
Yeah.
me of go-karting and how like the way the fuel in a go-kart, how you have to strategize everything and the smallest of details plays and there's a lot of mech that goes. There's a lot of automation that goes into IndyCar
Yeah.
compared to a go-kart, but it's still very close the grid, which is insane. I love it.
I'm actually curious. Vignesh, you might have the answer to this. Why do cars have different paces? Like why do different teams have different paces in the race when they are a spec series?
बोलने के लिए spec होता है भाई वो.
No. IndyCar is proper spec. Like they have different engines. I
So the
understand.
Formula 2 is spec series, eh?
No. Formula 2 is different. Formula 2 is the same car in every like with this, but this here they are the same chassis. Their engines.
Yeah, so Formula 2 is also same chassis.
Okay, there's multiple answers to your question. Okay,
you don't understand. First,
I understand what
let
your
me answer
question is.
Let me answer Gaurav's question. Gaurav, the chassis in Formula 2 are the same, but there is always issues with different engines. You almost all the time. Premas usually have the strongest engines, while a lot of other teams don't.
No, but you said the chassis are different. That's what I said. The
No,
chassis
but
are...
IndyCar, the chassis are same, but
Engines are
the
different.
engines are
Manufacturers,
different. Yeah, but then
Chevy
still,
and Honda, yeah.
even with the same Honda, even with the different engines, like they're supposed to create around this similar horsepower. But I don't understand why they are like some teams are so far behind, even when they have like good drivers.
I
Is
think
it
it's a
set?
Oh, you're
lot to do with the setup of the car and how much the team has, infrastructure wise, like simulator, वगैरह वगैरह पे. And it's also like obviously it all comes down to the setup and the driver feel. क्योंकि अगर तेरा setup, say you do like a race setup or a quali setup, your tires wear accordingly, you see more pit stops, and उसके हिसाब से
Hmm.
the moment कैसा है with the setups is it's very very tricky to find the right window. And sometimes it's not even a window, it's like exactly what it should be. And if you're off
Hmm.
that, so tires कैसा है 2-3 लाख के बाद they start overheating and then you're essentially just sliding. So उसको control में रखने के लिए they have to like bring it down a little bit. And then that kind of defines the pace. And then if you see the more investment the team has, eventually once they start picking up with the right people, with the right drivers who know how to explain what the car is doing, you see eventually then progressing up to the field. And that is something you'll see, because that's one thing I like about IndyCar. Yes, there is a big difference between the teams, but then you still can't predict कभी कौन pole लेगा and कभी कौन जीतेगा.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like कि अगर तू top 4 में तो top 4 वाला ही
Someday
जीतेगा,
some
right?
team
Some
on the
rando
back can do
from
a good
like
job.
20th can, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's very like variance काफी है उसमें, and it all comes down to the car, the setup, the driver, and how the team's prepped with the simulator prep
Also,
वगैरह
sometimes
वगैरह.
the engines as well, because the Hondas are
I mean,
better
yeah,
in road courses,
yeah, and
but
the Chevys are better with the ovals.
better
Yeah,
in
that's how it's
ovals.
always
Yeah.
been for a while. Yeah.
But again, to answer your question, bro, basically you can take JK Tyre an example, bro. They have the same chassis, same engine, but then there are teams that perform so much better than teams that don't. Basically, the
No,
cost,
man, that's a bit different because
exactly the same thing. I mean, at the end
it's
of the
it's
day,
not
yeah,
exactly the same thing. I know what
how
you're
is it
trying to
not?
say.
Please
There is
explain.
yeah.
How is it
So
not?
JK, what's different for us is that there are teams with more experience compared to teams with less experience. First,
Exactly.
there
That's
are
what Vignesh
one
said.
second,
That's
one second. But if there are good drivers in shitty teams as well in IndyCar, and they still can't get ahead. But if you put, for example, if you put Vignesh in a car that is from a team that is not performing as well as is not in the front in JK, yeah. If you put him in a car, he can't make that big of a difference. But in IndyCar, sometimes a good driver can make that difference. It depends on how you get the car up. There is a big difference in that. See, teams in JK have what's it called? They have the same chassis, they have the same engines and everything. But a lot of times it's down to the driver, and there are almost all of them, like not all of them, but like most of them who are in a car, even in a car that is good, they'll be shit in it. Like they won't be as fast as their teammates in the end. So it's not just the teams that is the thing. It's a lot with the drivers in JK.
Exactly.
But with India, it's completely the same. Like the cars are 90% the same. Just the engines are different in teams. So it makes a difference like that.
I think Gaurav is even more confused than before.
Gaurav is
Just look
lost.
at his face.
Bro, no way. So what you're saying is that in JK Tire, the cars are not like they're 90%. You're saying that the cars are not similar.
JK Tire, yes, sometimes the cars are not the same.
No, but then okay, so IndyCar, okay, just compare JK Tire and IndyCar right now. I'm not saying
You're
that the
comparing, yeah.
bro, comparing. I'm not comparing
got
brick
it.
to brick. I'm comparing the
Yeah,
competition and the cars basically.
yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is, so JK Tyre, they are the same chassis. Indycar, they are the same chassis.
But
Correct.
JK Tyre, the chassis might be same, but the engines are not the same for every team. Almost every team. Like there is something teams can do. There are some things mechanics can do. There are some things the driver himself can do. But
Yeah,
in
exactly. That can happen in JK Tyre as well. Once you have the engine,
that,
you
no,
can
that
like
is I'm talking about JK itself. But in
no IndyCar as well. Yeah.
IndyCar it doesn't happen because IndyCar the championship makes sure that every team is getting the same engine and they are also like dyno tested in the same way, and every team gets the same engine and the same like because the chassis are also not different. So you know how
Okay,
in Formula One,
I understood. रुक जा, मेरे को समझाने दे एक बार. What
He
he's
just
trying to what
yeah.
he's trying to say is JK Tyre mein there is no tried and tested method that you can guarantee that all cars are the same. But what he's saying is कि IndyCar mein all the chassis are the same, plus all the engines are pretty much on the same level. Yet certain teams struggle and certain teams don't. Isn't that what you're trying to say?
yes,
And that comes down
yes.
to the driver setup, mechanics वगैरह वगैरह. That's essentially it.
Uh,
इस पे अपन ने 10 मिनट वेस्ट किया है, legit.
No, okay, understood.
This is what
But
this podcast is about.
my point here is, I don't know, Vignesh, you might agree, but then JK Tyre is very, very similar. At least the F4 Championship, most of the like engines are technically you have to buy the engine from this. You have to buy the same engine basically. You can't
Yeah.
get an engine. It's
Yeah.
just the way you tune it, the way, and then at the end of the day, it's just the driver and the mechanics, how you set up the car and how you drive the car. There's no difference. Like 95% of your car is the same.
No, yeah, I agree.
But
But then
that's what I'm
obviously there is
saying.
some
Every
things that
car
the
has a
team
different
can do.
tune.
There's
You
something.
can take a different tune in JK.
I mean,
JK
देख अगर प्लेटफॉर्म पे रखा है तो दो कार देखो externally internally similar रखेंगे, but they have different characteristics. For example, if I
Correct.
drive with Team A, the car drives a certain way. If I like the chassis, the way the car handles, it drives a separate way. I'm
Correct.
talking
And there's
about the cars with
chassis wear
same
and
setup.
tear as well. Yeah.
I'm talking
There's
about cars
chassis
with
wear and
legit
tear
the
as well.
same setup, the same chassis. It's just natural characteristics, man. I don't know how to explain it because there is no explanation to it. Jake, I mean, I see what you're trying to say, Gaurav. He's
Yeah.
same है दोनों. Yes, I understand your point, but then, I mean, you're comparing. You see what I mean?
I know, but the principles I'm saying, like the
No,
principles
the
Yeah,
of
principles
I know,
essentially pretty
but
much the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
IndyCar has a lot more, and like how Le Mans has BOP,
Yeah.
IndyCar tries to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like tries to just from the start, it tries to make everything the same for everybody. But I don't understand IndyCar well enough to say why that like it's different. Like that's the thing. I
If
want
I'll give you an example, like for BOP, certain teams get screwed with BOP and certain teams like flourish.
Toyota.
Uh,
Toyota is gonna
yeah, they
cry.
got screwed
Toyota crying in the
with the
comments.
BOP. Also, अगर आज तूने qualifying देखा DTM का Lausitzring में, the Ferraris came alive with the BOP and the Porsches have gone right down,
Yeah,
which is weird. And Jack Aitken took pole by like littlest of the margin. And
exactly.
I mean, it has a lot to do with the driver also, but then again, the championship rules,
No,
they
that
keep
is
changing
DTM is a
BOP.
completely different thing because
Yeah,
with the
I'm just
BOP
giving you an
thing, it's a
example
completely different. Yeah,
regarding
yeah.
the BOP. But it's insane, bro. The top 23 are within a second of lap time in qualifying.
Exactly. And the BOP works.
It
It
does.
works.
Yeah.
It works, but it's also it's a necessary evil of sorts.
Yeah.
But something like that in Formula One will not work, obviously. But anyway,
Bro,
yeah.
Red Bull will be the first one to say.
No, it's but it Spotify viewers, Vignesh raised middle finger. Anyway.
Oh, right.
But
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
we are
Thank you, Neym.
You're welcome. But I was just saying, it will never work in Formula One. Formula One is not designed for a BOP. The balance of aerodynamic allowance is already a BOP of sorts, and that's the most Formula One is going to
Bro,
should
the
ever
reason it
go.
will never work on Formula One is because Formula One, as much as it is a driving marvel, it's also a technical marvel. So there is no
Yeah,
point adding a BOP because obviously teams, you know, for example, Haas next year comes up with something out of the blue, and it just works wonders.
Mm.
Credit to them. Why want to reduce their
Yeah.
power? Just give them credit for what they've
Yeah.
done. And again, for all the people,
Exactly. And
did you see Croft ka comment on Verstappen dominance? He's like, and which I 100% agree with. He's like, देख पहले लुइस हैमिल्टन जीता था तुम उसको प्रेस कर रहे थे अब मैक्स जीत रहा है why are you booing him because look uh, it's not just the car because look at Perez right and to be at such a high level so consistently
day in,
week in
day
week
out.
out
Yeah.
and you're just there it's just perfection after perfection you
Yeah.
gotta appreciate that Max Verstappen is quick in
Yeah.
any damn car you put you in he gets put in and
Oh,
I don't know if
he
you saw that video that Verstappen had with the drift thing on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. The with Mad
Man,
Max.
dude,
Mad Mike. Sorry.
first
Mad Mike.
attempt, nailed everything. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that guy is a natural born talent. Appreciate the
Yeah.
kid.
But Verstappen is easily top 5, bro. For me, top 5 drivers ever.
No. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Not top 5, top 10 for me probably, but yeah.
For me, top 5 for sure because the way he's driving and to be 1 second ahead of this teammate on almost every single
Almost
lap,
once. Yeah.
almost
Okay.
every single
What
is
classifies
insane.
how would you classify drivers? Like अच्छा है करके is it just because his car is good and he's dominating or is it the capacity that the driver has you just put him in any car and he's quick
Have you
The
seen
that is
capacity,
what
entire career, like his entire
yeah
career
Yeah.
trajectory.
so
Yeah.
for me like if you want to say for example top okay so I never watched Formula One I started watching Formula One like Vettel का dominance है so उसके पहले का exclude and excuse me I'm not saying Schumacher वगैरह वगैरह का नाम because मैंने देखा नहीं है उनको
Hmm.
but for me if you look I would put Hamilton over Vettel. And the reason for that is Vettel, you give him a car that he likes, he'll win. Vettel, you give him a car he doesn't like, he will struggle like he did at Ferrari. Okay. Now you put Hamilton in any car, like the way it drives, doesn't matter how it is. He's always going to find a way to beat his teammate.
Except last
Always.
season, which I was so sad.
Except
I
2011.
mean,
And last season.
okay, so when I say that, I mean like general
Yeah,
pattern,
I got it.
not like
I got it.
yeah.
And
2016.
2017, bro, Rosberg, how
16,
can we
16.
forget that?
2016.
16.
16.
I'm
I just said that.
insulted you don't know that the Monaco-based
Similar
YouTuber,
machinery.
that the Monaco-based YouTuber beat 7-time world champion in 2016 in equal machinery.
Alright, one sec. Yeah.
Say top 3. Okay, Vignesh, say top 3.
One sec. Cut this. Let's
Oh, wait.
start a new one. No,
No, wait,
let's
we have
start a
5
new one.
I
We have
5
5
minutes.
No,
Let's
man,
jump.
it'll.
Okay,
Let's
don't
just
worry
start a
about
new
it.
one. No?
Don't worry about it. I'll do it. And then one of you has to send it because इसको time लगता है. And
Yeah.
Okay,
ठीक है,
say
जो भी है.
top 5 drivers.
Okay, I've started
Of all
like I've
time.
properly watched F1 like 2010 onwards. So for me,
Hmm.
obviously I'm going to name the 3 drivers who have dominated because obviously they beat their teammates. Plus they've been given good machinery. But अगर overall भी देखा जाए तो Vettel, Hamilton, Verstappen are pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But then if you want me to name a few underdogs who I really, really like, Jenson Button. Absolute class. Who else? Oh, this is tricky.
Ask top 5 drivers, bro. Just say top 5 drivers.
अच्छा ठीक है. No, I'm out. I got top 4. I'm out. Done.
Okay,
Oh,
top 3.
Kimi 5th.
But also tell me in order.
Okay. Hamilton, Verstappen, I'd say pretty much on equal terms. Then third पे आएगा Vettel, then fourth पे आएगा Button for me, and then fifth पे आएगा Kimi. And this is post 2010 because I haven't seen anything उसके पहले. That's why I'm not saying Schumacher वगैरह वगैरह. Don't kill me.
Okay, name.
I will need time. You have to go.
ठीक है उसको सोचने दे तू बोल.
Okay, are we just doing after 2010 or are we doing completely like
Yeah, I
from-
guess let's just do after 2010. After 2010.
Okay, so then after 2010 for me Hamilton because I'm biased towards him. Firstly, for me second will be Verstappen. Third would be Vettel. Fourth, bro, how can we forget Alonso, bro? What the hell?
I will.
वो बीच में
Yeah, he
he
forgot.
dips
I did.
and then he came back and he dips and he came back उसके लिए. but he's up there, man. I'd say like rate him better than Button for me, like top three,
Yeah.
top four,
But Button's best season was before 2010, technically.
2009.
Yeah,
He won.
2009. So
Yeah,
yeah,
bronze.
he won 2000 with
I
bronze.
would
with
argue
the
his
first,
best season was 2015. He was so good
With that crap
2015.
McLaren.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
was so good.
but yeah, okay, fourth would be for me Alonso, and I would say Kimi and Ricardo fifth.
A joint.
Ricardo. As much as I like
2010,
Ricardo,
2010 to 18, bro. Like after that, bro, Ricardo beat Vettel in Red Bull, bro. That was pretty wild.
He could have beat Max easily in 2018 as well. His reliability was just
yeah,
absolute.
reliability, stupid crashes with Max.
Yeah.
In Baku,
I actually don't know. So my top 5. This is tricky, man.
You have 2 minutes, bro. After this video
See-
ends, so choose fast.
See, Fernando has to be in my top 5. There is no way he's going to this is not in order. Just it's 2010. Fernando is definitely going to be in my top 5. Hamilton has to be in my top 5. There is no argument against him. Vettel has to be in the top 5. There is no argument against him. There has to be you know what?
Verstappen.
Raikkonen has to be there, but I don't think 2010's Verstappen was as good as I think he was.
brother, he was not even in F1 30.
Like no, like he was just in F1 for like 4 years, no, whatever, 5 years.
6.
But like
No,
he
2015
came
onwards.
2015, yeah, so 8 years.
Bro, it's
So
been a while.
I don't know if I put like Verstappen now. Current Verstappen is in my top 3 easily,
Yeah.
but Verstappen in 2010.
Bro, he's evolved a lot. If you look at it, no, consistency
Yeah.
has gone up, performance
I
has gone up,
used to hate
mistakes and
Max.
shithousery has gone down.
2016, 17, I used to hate Max. Like, okay, yeah, he would perform really. He was not a good driver.
I used to absolutely hate Max until 2021 ending. After that, I've realized how good as a driver he is, to be honest.
Yes.
Verstappen is still not in my top 5. In 2010s, 2010 to 2019, Verstappen is not in my top 5. So it is
overall.
Vettel, Alonso, no order, yeah. This is in no order. Hamilton, Raikkonen, and
Say Button.
I was going to say Weber, but Weber hasn't been in Formula One for that long in the 2010s. But Weber was really when he was there.
To be honest, you can also say Rosberg. Kyunki wo tha acha when he was there. He was pretty decent.
Wait, you can say Schumacher also. He was there. He helped.
Yeah, Schumacher भी 3 साल था, 2 साल मतलब whatever.
Yeah, he helped develop that.
2010s में कोई गिन रहा नहीं उसको, ठीक है, can go.
Yeah, but he also helped develop that Mercedes, bro. That Mercedes. Lot of credit goes
exactly. He helped develop that team in general.
Yeah,
so did the Monaco-based YouTuber who beat Lewis Hamilton. I love
bro,
that guy.
Also, if you remove Hamilton and Alonso from the grid right now, it's crazy that the average age of the grid is 24. It's wild. Like, that's insane, bro. That's how young the drivers are. When it used to be like 30 at one point, and like 20 years.
Oh yeah,
back, but...
Jensen is in my top 5. Sorry, I forgot Jensen.
I put a gun to your head like 2 minutes ago, and you're answering now.
Yeah. Jensen is in my top 5. Obviously,
he's freaking good, man. He's so good.
2010 actually, I'm mad at Jensen for 2010. 2010 he could have won the championship.
With McLaren? Was he in McLaren then?
Yeah. He could have won the championship.
Man,
just an idiot.
I remember that Canada race. Crazy stuff. Yeah, remember when Vettel just lost it on the last lap?
Yeah.
Man was like
Yeah.
last like 5 times or something, like clearly. And
Yeah.
that requires some level of, like patience. Calm down, calm down.
Commitment.
Abhi aayega, abhi
Like
aayega.
that's
And
crazy.
finally. Yeah.
My
And
time.
like
But
speaking
I think
about
he,
young drivers,
yeah,
Piastri.
Oh,
man, his sprint race he did so well in Belgium. He was so, but that McLaren, dude, the way it came from 16th to 7th in like the last 20 laps, what a stint! What a mega stint from
Yeah,
Lando.
in the mixed conditions, right? When it was like partially
Yeah,
raining. Yeah.
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 In this race, like in the end, the stint he did on the softs, the 20 lap
Yeah.
stint he did on the softs, what a stint! Like his laps, his consistently, he just asked the team, I just want clean air, just give me free air.
Bro just
I
overtook Williams down the outside and just before that no name left-hander.
yeah.
Friggin' hell.
Bro, also McLaren at tire management is just something else, bro. I don't know how they're
Not
doing it, but
everywhere.
They just had too much. They have so much downforce. No?
yeah,
What
exactly.
if
But
they have
also
a
not
lot of downforce?
everywhere.
They're not going to chew the tires.
Mm.
When you have
One thing.
you have less downforce, you chew up the tires more usually.
Yeah.
So Ferrari.
Unless you're Ferrari, and then you just chew up the tires in general.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. No, one thing that I really like about Oscar, like कितना काम है वो बंदा रेडियो पे. Perez pushed him up.
Yeah.
हाँ थोड़ा बाहर धक्का मार दिए उन्होंने और कुछ. Fine. If I was in the car, I would launch a nuclear missile on Perez at that point in the car. And this guy is like,
Mm,
आप
yeah.
आगे, आप आगे. And even with that incident with Carlos.
No, that was.
Carlos is
Oh,
like
wait.
Carlos is
Oh
like
wait,
I just broke
I
up.
want I want answers. Gaurav, whose fault was that incident?
Carlos and Piastri.
Yeah, in the start.
Wait, I don't remember. Let me look.
Turn one,
So in the
start.
start. Okay, Vignesh.
Carlos.
No, wait, don't say. I'm gonna look. Give me one minute.
You want me to give you my
Um,
reason why?
Mini intermission till Gaurav looks at the incident again.
Then you can talk about something else.
This is not how we go usually, guys.
Gaurav's internet is finally working well. Good job, Vodafone. Hmm.
Bro,
Okay, yeah, I
clearly.
remember.
Oh, this I remember clearly, Carlos. Bro, that was entirely Carlos.
Why did then why I clearly remember? I have to go check.
Bro, this I remember. I've completely forgot. It's been 2.5 weeks, and I'm pretty old, bro.
Yeah, I was because as soon as Carlos went in, he's like, "Oh, Oscar was over ambitious." I'm like,
Bro, his
Bro,
car
also
was like
locked up.
alongside and nearly alongside. Plus, Carlos locked up and turned in.
Yeah, he locked up. Obviously, I mean, and after that, him saying that it's she's fault pretty stupid.
Yeah.
And it's not even like what is he doing? It's like ये ऐसा घुस रहा है बीच में जगह ही नहीं था ये वो 10,000 reason.
And he had two car lengths on the left. Like he had two car lengths on the left, and he had like one car length on the right, and he still went.
Yeah, because obviously, like you would want to defend your position. But you know what is funny? After that, Ferrari उसको बोला तू चलते रहेगा. Man dropped to last, and then Ferrari realized maybe it's a good time to conserve
Maybe
shit
you
and
have
park
some.
him up.
Maybe you have some problem, some damage.
Yeah, but also, dude, at this point, I just want to say, like, Leclerc has picked up his form again. Like the past
Yeah.
2-3 races, he's like come back to life. He's putting that Ferrari where it's supposed to be, and extracting the maximum out, which is fantastic.
Yeah, but then it's.
But it's again only in qualifying, bro. In race, I don't know.
Dude, the race Ferrari has no chance anyway. We know that. But to be able to keep that podium position was a still good job, honestly.
Yeah, I mean the amount of downforce they took off for Belgium, it was crazy. They are almost like zero wing.
Yeah.
I thought they put more on because of the rain.
No, they took so much wing off, dude. Belgium. So
bro, Lando save during qualifying. Whoa, what was that save?
Ooh,
Insane.
Stavelo. Yeah,
Oh,
exit of Stavelo.
yeah. Oh, that was mad, bro. I thought he got like his car is like
You,
going
you,
into
you
the
know,
back.
guarantee.
trust me. One thing which was better than that, Max's save in the race, Rouge. You guys remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. Like I don't know, like he was casually and then he casually just like he just continued, bro. I was like, bro,
Neym, I don't think you remember this part. Okay, middle of the race. You know when it started getting damp and rainy.
Yeah.
damp, a little damp,
The
yeah.
the Rouge has that first part and that second right hander, right,
Mhm.
and then the third upper part. The second part, pe, man flipped the apex ittus up because rain tha. He got a mad oversteer
Yeah, I
moment,
know.
and then he was like corrected, and he's so
Yeah.
chill about it. So,
Yeah.
hold up,
Oops.
hota rehta hai.
Oops.
This is the only
Yeah,
exciting
I
thing
think
that
that's
is
what he
happening
said.
in my
Oh,
life right
I think
now.
that's what he said in his radio.
No,
That's
no,
it.
like just saved or something or whatever. And dude, I love how they're the cool down rooms are so good, like
So
so
you,
crisp.
so you mean Max Verstappen's podcast?
Yes, Max
Yeah,
Verstappen pod.
with new
It's
Maybe we
guests
should
every
invite
week.
Max Verstappen
wait,
to
wait,
our
wait.
podcast.
If he wins next week, he's doing 9 in a row, no?
9 in a row. That match is vital.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
And
I
it's
don't want that.
Zandvoort. And it is Zandvoort.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen, but
I
mean, let's
I
go on.
hate
It's gonna
Red Bull for
happen.
beating that McLaren record. I hate that. I genuinely hate them for that. I love that record so much, like the 11 wins in a row record. It was like one of my favorite records of all time, and
Yeah.
it was held by one of my favorite cars of all time. So that's
The
it.
MP4.
MP44.
Senna. Senna and Prost.
Anyway, yes. Anyway, that concludes, I think, this week's podcast.
No, wait, I have something exciting to say. Nothing
Oh, wait.
regarding me, but did you see the Nitrocross which is going on in US right now? Salt
No
Lake
idea.
City, the Travis Pastrana made like a
No
track.
idea.
Bro, that thing has a jump. Okay? It's got a 130 feet jump. And there are cars racing. Wait, let me pull this up right now. Let me screen share for the podcast, guys.
Please, no,
देख ही
no, no,
रहे
no,
हो
no.
ना?
We'll get a copyright strike. We can't do
अरे
that
जा
much.
रहे.
Anyway, yeah, so that concludes the podcast for this week.
See,
And
sharing screen, what are you doing? Concludes
I'm not.
again.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not sharing screen. I told you I'll show it after because Neym
no,
doesn't
I'm
want a
not.
copyright strike.
What the hell? We are so.
No, no, no. We're
Let's.
not done. We're not
What the.
done.
Dude, I
I
am
like
tired.
this unorganized. It's not done.
Okay, we'll
Since we've
call this.
spoken about
Or
racing.
we'll
No,
call.
no, no.
Okay, we will. No, we'll call this time the 0 hour of the podcast.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
0 hour. We'll call this
Yeah.
0 hour podcast. Put a rainbow. Put a rainbow cube and do
I'm
0 hour.
not gonna because I don't know how to. But समझ जाओ.
0 hour.
Okay. Okay. So what have you guys been up to? We haven't done this part of the podcast yet. And तुमने end में धकेल दिया.
Oh yeah,
What
Neym
have
start.
I been? I have been coaching swimming.
Yeah, Neym is a teacher now.
Why are you calling me a teacher? What is wrong with you? Like I am a swimming coach. I teach kids how to swim. I am a good person.
So you teach, so you're a teacher.
I
I'm a
mean,
swimming coach.
you just said you teach children, not coach children.
Yeah.
Teach teacher.
Whatever.
Right.
Exactly,
And
bro.
I have been applying for work, which is very annoying, like with my degree, which
Sir,
I don't know
मेरा
what I'm
पिज्जा
supposed.
नहीं आया.
I am looking for what's it? I'm looking for a place to live. My life
Wait,
is.
did you get a visa? Weren't you supposed? Did you get your visa?
Yeah, I already applied for it, so it's coming soon. Hopefully.
Okay. They might kick Neym out of the country, Australia.
No, they won't. Don't say that. Visa reminds me, Vignesh, what is up with your visa?
I have been applying for the past 2 months. I haven't gotten an appointment slot yet. And my course starts in 10 days.
What?
And my original flight was supposed to be yesterday. So I haven't made it. And it's
Should
just
have just
sad. I'm
gone.
just laughing it off at this point, but it's really sad.
Bro, what is Neym doing, bro? Why is he upside down?
How did you do
Spider-Man.
that?
I am Spider-Man. I hope your laptop shuts itself.
Laptop's fine.
But
Gaurav
also
is like,
JK
who
tire
are
is
these
happening.
cartoons?
Also,
Yeah,
and
JK
very
Tire is happening
sad.
this week. MRF is happening soon.
Yeah, also
September
very sad news
22nd.
again on MRF. Like in the bike. What's the series
Yeah,
called?
that
Bike
is
racing
Moto Mini.
championship.
so depressing to
Yeah.
hear like what happened, and our thoughts are with the family.
It's terrible.
It's just
Yeah.
sad to see
Have
something
you
like that
guys
happening.
seen the crash?
Yeah,
No, I don't want to. Please don't send it, Vignesh.
No,
Please
I'm
don't.
not going to, but my mechanic from Miko sent it to me.
What?
Yeah, it was
Vignesh?
sad, man. Yeah,
Yeah. Vignesh sent it to me as well. It was pretty
it was
bad,
horrible.
very sad.
Okay,
But-
now I'm curious. Send.
I'll
No,
send
bro.
it to you.
But no, this was like the fourth.
Third.
Third crash at
Fourth
MRF.
incident, but third situation.
In MMRT. Third in
No,
MMRT.
No, not third in
live
MMRT. Second in MMRT.
accident.
Third in
Second
MMRT.
MMRT, one curry.
Second.
One
Yeah.
curry that frog.
Yep.
Second one was the ETOS, not the ETOS. I think
No.
which car was that?
The IJTC.
Yeah, IJTC, and then now this third.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the fourth big incident in India in the last year with
Le log
Yeah,
sunte
bro.
hain. No, I actually realized. Remember that day when I said HI12? People were commenting HI12.
bro, that is just one or two guys, the same ones every
Yeah.
time. By the way, thank
Dude.
you. Thank you.
Dude, whoever it is, man, like, log sunta hai. People
Yeah,
listen to us.
bro. Bro,
I'm
I
like
think
so surprised.
what?
Oh, bro's
Okay.
actually in Australia right now. Hey, hold
Oh
on.
yeah. Hello. Take this should be a promotional material.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of us
Wait,
upside.
let me screenshot.
Please
Hold
turn
on,
your-
let me screenshot.
No.
Arey,
Gaurav,
nahi,
don't
it's
do
on
it.
him.
Gaurav, I am in Australia. You're not in Australia.
Oh, you're down under, that's why.
Yeah.
Exactly. Got it. आगे बढ़ो.
Wait, I have to go back down.
We should probably
Oh, I
end the
broke my phone.
podcast.
Where? How? What?
You broke
Okay.
I
what?
broke my phone.
I'm going to put a conclusion because this is going too long. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, send us your thoughts, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
And, wait. What do you mean send us your thoughts?
Yeah, what? Send us your thoughts. That means that. Send us your thoughts.
Don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that again.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and
Subscribe.
tell us in the comments what you want us to talk about next.
And by the way,
See
Dhruv,
you.
how to go fast is by driving fast.
Shut up.
And no. No, I'm just ending this last part for Dhruv. How to go fast is by driving fast. And Neym, you got to tell me when your availability, so when you can go give him that head massage he wants. And third question, kya tha? What is your name based off of?
Is it? No,
Oh, so
that
my
question was stupid. Is your name because of name?
So my name actually is derived in the Quran. That is Neym. Neym means and Neym basically means the best.
Clearly doesn't
Yet you
hold
finished
true.
second in the
On that
championship.
note, yeah, clearly doesn't hold true. In that note, let's end the podcast. Bye.
1 second.
What did you do with it?
Bye.
What did you do with it?
Okay, and Neym, when is your availability to
Stop
go give
recording,
massage?
man.
First, we need
Stop
to
recording.
answer the question the people asked us.
Stop recording.
When are you
Vignesh.
available to
I
go give
swear
the
to
massage,
God,
head massage to
I
Neym,
will
to
slap you.
Dhruv? अरे
I
एक
will-
डेट बोल दे
I will slap him so hard.
Dhruv,
I will
contact him
slap him
personally.
so
Bye
hard.
bye.